Hey Cosmic Stars, thanks so much for watching. I'm glad that you are all here with me today. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what we need to know about aligning ourselves with our true goals and what we can do if any energy is highlighted to better achieve those goals and maybe what those goals are. So go ahead and ask your higher self, which card is best for me, and then listen to the corresponding message that follows with that card to hear what is most relevant for you so that you can better have an understanding of how to align with these goals, especially because the new moon is going to be on the 7th in Taurus and is an excellent time for us to meditate and figure out what do we value the most, what is most relevant, what do we need, what do we really want out of this next month, out of this life, out of this, next year or so. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with card number 1. Okay, for those of you who've picked card 1, we are excellent at being pragmatic, or at least that's the approach we need to take when trying to discern what our goals are. You're already on a path that looks like it's very promising. You're being very patient, very careful, very observant, and this is allowing for the process to be natural. Whenever obstacles pop up, you're really good at kind of avoiding them or swerving around them. They don't really bother you or cause a lot of issues in a very intense way. Emotionally, you've kind of got things pretty well at hand. And when it comes down to figuring out what your values are, it really does come down to becoming more of an observer of what makes you happiest. And the more you do that for your work, for your personal life, for how you even communicate, or what foods you eat, by, doing things like, asking your body what it wants and starting to pay attention to the signals, you will become better and better, more equipped and better suited to understanding specifically what goals you are trying to achieve much faster. So it's going to be most beneficial for you to just observe, just keep doing what you're doing. Your approach is already really working. The patience, the attention to detail, the focus, the practicality in how you respond, it's all really a positive note to say you're definitely on the right track. All right, and let's take a look at card number 2. Okay, you guys are in a position where the tool needed, the kind of thinking that's really going to help you assess what your goals are and to really achieve whatever you're trying to overcome or create for yourself, is to kind of look at your reality, your obstacles, anything that you're trying to tackle, whether it's like a giant, corporate ladder, or, the success wheel of like becoming a celebrity or something. Whatever it is for you, it's kind of about looking at each problem that you face as if you were a video game character and you're at the next boss, and you'd have to be smarter than that boss to figure out a way to, defeat that boss so that you can get to the next level. So the more that you do this, the more that you realize that all of these obstacles that you're facing are just your stepping stones, the less it becomes a stressor, and the more that it becomes more of a game and exciting and fun, and the better you become at it and the more skillful you will ultimately grow to be. And so it's really, your approach has everything to do with the more successful that you feel about how you approach your goals, what matters to you most, your values, what is most important to you, has everything to do with how you feel about making sure that going towards these bigger obstacles means it's done in a fun and pragmatic way. So it's kind of like, Mario jumping on all of those little steps to get to the top. Like it's It's about one foot in front of the other. And the way that you keep your mind moving forward with positivity is what keeps you going. You know that eventually there's that end goal, there's that end prize. And as long as there's this pragmatic way of thinking, and there's this dynamic energy that's always like, yes, I know this step takes me to this place, I know that this will continue to help me grow, then you will see progress. All right. And then for those of you who picked card number 3, okay, you guys are kind of in a little bit of a difficult position, because a lot of times you may not even see your own success. You may not even see how well you are doing, or you may not appreciate it, or you may even feel like the direction that you're headed in doesn't really feel like anything. You might feel hollow. You might feel a little uncertain. This is a really good example of needing to have that introspection and have time for yourself and figure out what it is that brings that foundation, that allows for that grounding and that support, because that's what's going to bring you through this uncertainty and bring you through this instability. Because once you have a clear understanding of where to shoot for, it's going to be really difficult to kind of slow you down from this point. But up until then, we have to still kind of get you to that place of, what is it that I want? You're kind of, you're kind of frustrated and struggling because you're not happy with the foundation that has been set. So we do have to go back to the drawing board. We do have to figure out, okay, what can we fix? What can we change? What actually makes me happy here? Because once we've done that, we're going to see a huge uptick in everything else, because we'll have fixed the problem in the time that we could do so, and that will lead to a lot more success. So it's about going back. It's about realizing, sometimes we have to look at the bigger picture and see that, a more pragmatic and observational approach is necessary in order to really get through to where we are headed, and that is understanding what is most valuable to us. And sometimes a more out-of-the-box approach is necessary when we're trying to really get through these more mundane, less fun energies. But doing so is a great way to get you through what you're going through. So don't forget, everyone, tomorrow is the new moon. It is a fantastic time to manifest, especially in money matters. If you are interested in any candle rituals, I'm doing them for 44, so just look me up on Tarot with Lyra Moon on Facebook or my website. All right, everyone, see you then. Bye for now.